The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Money's coming to me.
For investors who are willing to look past, a couple of weeks of up and down volatility,
right.
Buying into these dips makes a lot of sense.
Buying in these dips make a lot of sense. All this volatility, don't worry about it. Just a little thing, this volatility. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. And this segment of my radio show is sponsored by 860 AM, The Answer, that's Tampa. And also 930 AM, The Answer, Sarasota. And remember, we stream online on YouTube and Rumble. All right, a lot to talk about today. Oh, he says, just buying a dip. Hey, how's that worked out for you, buying a dip? Listen to these guys. People have gotten slaughtered buying on the dip. And what's really interesting is they go after the stocks, the worst stocks, to buy on the dip. They couldn't select a worse group of stocks to buy on it. The big tech stocks like Facebook when it dropped 20%, and Amazon and Google when they dropped 10% or more. To tell you to buy on a dip on those kind of drops in these most popular stocks is so dangerous. But see, they won't tell you the truth. They won't tell you that, and they won't tell you why these are dangerous, like buying on the dip for Facebook. But I'm going to tell you today why you got to be very, very careful. First of all, these are the most popular stocks. We all know that. Now, the most popular stocks, these tech stocks, like Facebook and Amazon and Tesla, they have a big following, a huge following, okay? And companies, we'll call them arbitrage companies. Big fancy word, arbitrage means nothing more than just a fancy word that means I'm going to get there first. I'm a step ahead of you. Think of it that way. Now, what happens is these arbitrage companies make a fortune in front running. Now, you've heard about front running. Front running, all it means is these companies, these brokerage houses or Wall Street will take their computer, bring it down to the New York Stock Exchange, and connect it to the New York Stock Exchange computer, and then they're together, and then they set up an algorithm so that if I go to buy a stock, then Wall Street is always going to be one step ahead of me. You understand? And if I'm going to buy today, let's say I was going to buy, I don't know, Ford, they will get the better fill. They always beat me. They always beat you. They beat everybody. Because these companies, the arbitrage companies, they have so much money, and they pile that money into these big companies like this. They front running them, the most popular. And every time they front run, if I go to buy that stock, they get ahead of me. They buy it before I do. Then the price goes up, and the price keeps going up, and everybody keeps chasing. The price goes up, and the price goes up. But here's the downside of those companies and those big stocks. When there's a hiccup, like a bad earnings like Facebook, and the stock drops 10, 20%, they pull their money out. They pull it back. They're gone. They take it out. All that liquid that's made that stock keep going up and up and up and up is gone. And you're going to go in and buy on a dip on these companies like Facebook are dropping 10, 20, 30% in some cases. What are you, nuts? But they won't explain that to you. Don't ever buy those big companies on dips. Now, at some point, they'll become good buys. But not now. Not when they collapse. You can't fix them overnight. You can't fix them overnight. At some point, they'll base out. At some point, the big institutions will start coming back in again. At some point, we call it basing. When we start see it basing, we'll put our toe in the water and we'll make money on them. But to go in and see Facebook drop and then turn around and just jump in it today, are you nuts? That's insane. If you're doing that, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose big money. You're going to lose money. Same thing with Google. Remember Google the other day? Ran up, got up as high as, around 3,042. And then she dropped all the way back down to the low of around 2,796. Now, again, stay away from these. Stay away from them. You're going to get hurt. But I'm going to tell you where the real pain is going to be. Since 2008, people have always asked me the question. They ask me every day, what do you think the market's going to do? What do you think about the market? Well, questions. First, let me tell you what I think about the market. I think the stock market is the best place in the world to make money. There's no other place like it. If you know what you're doing, if you understand how the market works. And that doesn't mean, I'll just give my money to Wells Fargo or Bank of America or some brokerage company. They'll take care because they understand the market. They'll do it for me. Wrong. These big brokerage houses, remember, they don't align with your needs. They're not on your side. If they were on your side, they would have you making money when stocks go down. That's right. Think about that for a moment. If they were on your side, if they aligned themselves with your needs, why is it when a stock drops 10, 20, 30% or whatever, why aren't you positioned as a position player to make money on the way down? They are. How come you can't play? Why can't you play? I mean, that's unbelievable. So they are not there to help you. It's not their job. Their job is to make money and lots of it and to do whatever they have to do to get you excited to keep buying and buying and buying. Here's a good example. I never heard anything so stupid. I thought Kramer said something so stupid the other day that would be the winner. But he said something else. He said something. I never heard anything so stupid as this.
Wait a second. We're all the way up here. There's so much room to fall. I like to look at individual stocks, not the S&P, because we're not S&P 500 futures traders.
Can you believe that? Look at the S&P. It's all the way up here. It could fall all the way down there. I wouldn't be buying the S&P. I'm going to buy individual stocks. And the individual stocks he put people in, and we tracked them. I think it was 35 stocks. They lost an average of like 42%. And then finally he comes out and he admits that he's no longer, listen to what...
I'm no longer inclined to recommend companies that lose money on the show because I want what I call viewers.
So he's now he's scrambling, right? He's lost so much money for people because all he tells you is buy, because he knows everybody. I know the CEO. I interviewed this CEO. I interviewed this CEO. And now he's turning around and tell you, I wouldn't buy the spiders. I wouldn't buy the S&P 500. We'll buy individual stocks. How's that going to work out? More when I get back here on Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
back, learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by KDOW, KDOW AM 1220 San Francisco, as well as KLFE AM 1580, The Answer in Seattle. And remember, we stream live, YouTube, and Rumble. Let's continue to identify what is going on in this market and what you should do. Well, first of all, the market is struggling to hold what we call a support area, a 200-day moving average. They're doing everything they can to try to hold that 200 average, that support. If you remember, when we had on Monday, that Monday, the 24th of January, that's the most important day to remember because that was the turnaround. We were in the middle of what was going to be the biggest housing crash in history. The market dropped down 1,000 points. It was ready to drop another 1,000 points because we saw that the VIX index, the fear index, was heading up towards 2830. And when they head up towards 28 and 30, there's automatic sell. There's a trigger. Where big insurance companies, hedge funds, whatever, they dump their inventory. They dump their other inventory they have. So we could have seen a terrible crash because they would have dumped about $75 billion worth of stuff, worth of inventory. And in that group or that area of inventory, there's usually only about $5 billion, sloshing around that will come in and absorb that. So usually there's about $5 billion that's always in this area. So if those kind of assets are sold by the insurance companies or hedge funds or whatever, they're protective assets. They're stuff that they have in case the market gets ready to collapse. They will dump immediately to protect their customers. So in that group of stocks, that of the assets, there's usually about $5 billion that's sitting there to absorb those every day, to absorb those groups every day, whatever they sell from those groups, whether it's insurance company, hedge funds, or whatever. They would have sold $75 billion. The market would have went down 1,000, maybe 2,000 points because they couldn't absorb it. So that day is huge, and you got to keep that. You got to watch that because if this market ever drops, if the S&P ever drops, I'll give it to you again. You take January 24th, it's low of 420.76. You're going to see a crash like you never saw before. The following 4 days, they did the same thing. The market was ready to continue its crash, and they stopped it. They stopped it, and we had this turnaround again of about 500-600 points. That was on Tuesday. They did the Wednesday. The market was ready to go down again and crash. Federal Reserve ran in, printed money, stopped it, and we had a turnaround about a 750 points that day. Went down, went back up, so it went round robin 750 points. The next day, same thing. Market was ready to crash, and we had a go around of 250 points, and then finally Friday of that week, which that would have ended on January 28th, they came in again and stopped the crash again. And I think we had a round 500-point round trip on that one. So if you take from January 24th to January 28th, that is where the support is right now. That is so critical. You should understand that. You should know that and keep your eye on it. And if the S&P breaks below that, all hell is going to break loose. Now, the biggest problem they have is this. Today, if you're watching the market, I kept pointing out to my members, there are what they call support lines. I don't care what chart. If you buy a chart anywhere, they'll always have on there what they call a moving average line. It identifies for you, now as a person who doesn't have knowledge in the market, where the key support is. So if the spiders break through that support, you know you better be getting out of your stock, but better shorting. So right now, the spiders, the S&P, is sitting right on that line, and they're doing everything they can to make sure it doesn't break through that line. Same thing. If it breaks through that line, you're going to see a hell of a crash. So we're in a very important part of this market right now. But here's what's going to take this market down. Powell made the biggest mistake ever. Okay? When he turned around in March of 2020, let's go back to the housing market. Okay? The housing sector, think about it, is synonymous with food, clothing, shelter, and the most important component, investment. And it's the largest component of wealth for individuals, not the stock market. Not the stock market. 65% of the folks own a home. 50% own stocks. But whoa, hold on a minute. Most of those are garbage 401ks. But of the 56% that has a 401k, remember, almost 2/3 of the 56%, they're not active. They don't participate. They can't afford to. My point is, the housing market is key. That's where all the wealth is. And in 2020, when he came in to save the market, okay, what did he do? He bought tremendous amount of treasuries to drop mortgage rates down to 2.33%. I talked about this yesterday. Stock market was on its way down. It was crashing, the fastest crash ever. 31%. It was dropping so fast. And he and took part of that 125 trillion he printed and goes in and tries to stop the crash. And what he does is he goes in and drops those interest rates down to 2.33%. Everybody starts jumping in the housing market. I got to get in before the rates go up. We talked about this yesterday. Before the rates go up. And what he did, he ran this housing market up 20 to 30%, these house values. This is setting up for the biggest housing crash. When's it going to start? I'll tell you when I get back. Join my gang free for 10 days. 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Pick your words, say them again.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, you can join my gang free for 10 days. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and click on where it says Get Started and select Working Investor. That Working Investor group, here's what's going to happen. For those 10 days, you have access to our portfolio of stocks. My member portfolio of stocks. You see exactly what we're doing. Every day, well, it's free, Steve at 2 o'clock posts those stocks in our portfolio, including my 6 stocks. And he'll tell you exactly what to do with each stock.
Schlumberger, continue to hold your position, light shares with a stop at 30.
And he tells you exactly what to do. So remember, the people who join the gang and select the Working Investor group, they like that group because all those folks, they can't sit in front of their computers. They can't be swing traders or day traders. They're like me, a position trader. Because I'm very busy, all right? Because, again, I do the radio show and I teach, okay, running a business. Hard for me to sit in front of a computer all day and trade a stock. So I become very good at position trading. I wait. A position trader is a person who waits for the position to come to them. Give you a good example. The spiders right now are at $452. I'm going to stay short these spiders, and I'm going to execute my short when it breaks around 425. Now it's at 452. When it breaks around 425, I'll pull the trigger. Now I'm confident because the trend, which is always your friend, and the trend is reliable. We have a dominant downtrend in this market because of what's going on. Because remember, the market no longer can absorb inflation. Remember, they printed $125 trillion. Can you imagine how they didn't care about you or me or Main Street? They printed $125 trillion to rig the tech stocks to go up for 14 years to make a fortune for the top 1 percentile. But they destroyed Main Street. That's why when you go and get gasoline or you go get food, you're going, what the hell is going on? It's going on because they printed all this money to push the stock market up. But now they can't do that anymore because that inflation is destroying our economy. And we saw that since November, we have not been able to make a new high in the tech stocks or the NASDAQ because economy can't take this anymore. And then when Biden turned around and said, well, what I'll do is I'll push up the bank stocks. I'll switch from growth to value. Then I'll keep pushing up interest rates. And the bank stocks love high interest rates. And we'll push them up. It didn't work, and it's still not working because the economy can't take higher rates. Now, what's my point of all this? So I know that this market, the next big move is going to be down. In other words, the highest probability is down. I'm confident of that. And my charts, the color-coded charts that we have patented, are solid red, telling us that that is the highest probability. So I put my position on. I'm a position trader. And that's what you want to be if you don't have time. But here's the best thing. When you become a member, then as a position trader, we're all part of what we call Phil's Gang Working Investor Group. So we all have the same stocks, the portfolio's right there, and every day you're told what to do with each one of the stocks. So it's not like you have to come to class every day and learn this or go get videos. No. But yes, we have that accessibility for all that. We have videos, we have full teaching, we're here, we have a class in the morning, we have 2-3 classes. We have it all for people who want to do that. But you'll have to decide what you want to be. Do you want to be, are you busy and you just want someone to tell you, okay, we're going to buy the Spiders or we're going to buy Coca-Cola, add this many shares or don't add or take it off, take your profit off. A lot of people love that because they don't have time. And it's our most popular program. Then we have the other people who love being swing traders. They're in and out 2-3 days. Like with the market going down, you always get 2 or 3 days it'll go up. It always goes up. Stock markets go down and up. But when it goes up 2 or 3 days, where most people lose money, they don't understand. When a stock goes up and it's on its way up, they think, I better get in. They have no idea. If the downtrend is prominent, the stock's going to go up 2-3 days and you got to be out of it. And my software identifies when to do that. So really, if you want to get the best out of investment, and nothing better than being in a stock market, if you know what you're doing, but you got to know what you're doing. And you say, well, I got a broker. Are you kidding? Their interest isn't aligned with your interest. They don't care about you. If they cared about you, let's talk about the people in 401ks. People in 401ks. Think about this for a moment. If the brokerage industry, if Wall Street, okay, really cared about you, okay, or let's say the business you're working with really care. They want you to do well, okay, with your 401k. Why don't they have a program, a standardized program to explain to you what's going on? There's not one company that offers a standardized program explaining to you how 401ks work. You know why? Because they're garbage. They're garbage. That's right. They don't offer any standardized investment education program for 401ks. You can't find one anywhere. But pensions you did. When we had pensions, there was all kinds of standardized investment education programs, but they don't have one. You know why? For this garbage 401k? Because there's no fiduciary relationship between you and your employer. Because your employer and the mutual fund industry that supplies those mutual funds, those stocks inside the mutual funds, there's 27 hidden fees, which they split between each other. And the fees, if you're going to stay in a 401k, are 7 times more than what you would pay if you were simply in the spiders. And you would do so much better in spiders. You want to know why? Because in the spiders, when the market drops and keeps going down, you're making money all the way down. In a 401k, these gangsters rigged it so you can't make money on the way down. You only can lose money in a 401k on the way down. And then when you call and you're panicking, your portfolio went from $20,000, now it's down to 18, 15. And what do? That's okay. Stay in. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be just fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but is there a fiduciary relationship? Let's check it out.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Imagine if you said that. Do you have a fiduciary relationship with me with my 401k? And the guy says to you,
our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Imagine. That's why they don't have a standardized investment education program, because someone's going to ask that question. Housing is going to turn this market upside down. Housing, just like COVID wasn't the reason for the crash, but COVID was the trigger for the crash in February 2020 to March 2020 when it went down 31% and my members were short. Housing, this market's going to crash big, huge. But housing will be the trigger. It's not going to be the cause. And you can thank Powell for turning around and manipulating interest rates down to 2.33% for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage in March of 2020. And because of that, house values went up 20 to 30% in 4 months. And people are going to get hurt. But if you're with me, we'll be making money shorting the stocks that are involved with housing. Join my gang free for 10 days. Click where it says Get Started and select Working Investor Group.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to sell and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call. 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by KSBN AM 1230 Spokane. Remember, too, we stream live, YouTube, and Rumble. Also, remember tonight, again, free, go to my YouTube channel where I'll do a recap of this week's action and give you an idea of what is going on in simple terms so you understand it. That's what gets me with these people. But what really gets me with these people, the fake business news network, is the lying. They can't be truthful, can they? Apologists can't be truthful and say, I really messed up. Or be really truthful and say, we set out in 2008, the Federal Reserve, to screw you. The very people that we lied about and said we were going to help. We're not here to help you. If we were here to help you, we would have went into a recession. We'd have taken the 5 largest banks that were responsible for you getting wiped out $10 trillion between home equity and stock equity in your 401k. We would have taken those 5-6 banks and we would have dissolved them, take their assets, spread around the good banks. What we should have done was that. And we should have worked hard to try to build our economy on business investment, so we could increase our productivity. That's what we should have done. Instead, what did we do? We didn't build the economy. We didn't care about the economy, and we didn't care about you. What we did is print $125 trillion of money. $125 trillion that created the biggest inflation in 40 years because we don't care about you. You want to know why? Because with that kind of inflation, we, the 1% and the 1/100th of 1%, guess what? Our assets go through the roof. Our artwork, our diamonds, our exclusive real estate around the world. We want this inflation. Guess what else? You know all the debt we owe, especially our companies that we have big stock ownership in? We're going to pay that debt back with weak dollars. So if I owe China a loan for $1 million and the dollar has dropped, I don't owe $1 million. I only owe them $800,000. That's why I screwed you. See, this is what we did. See, I work for the gangsters, me, Paul, and that's why we screwed you. Bernanke screwed you. Yellen screwed you. That's our job. But continue to listen to the Fake Business News Network. And listen to these people. Listen to them now. You can trust them.
The average American has less than $400 in their pocket for an emergency.
More than a third of Americans have less than $1,000 of savings to their name.
Now here comes the so-called truth from the Fake Business News Network.
That consumer has a lot of money and business has a lot of money.
You know where the money's coming from? Listen.
We saw in the housing bubble people using their homes as ATMs, but more through leverage and some dicey situations. What about now? Should we expect to see a boom in cash outs?
Well, we are actually seeing a huge increase.
Yes, more so than 2008. So think what they're doing. They're encouraging people, Paul's encouraging people to go in and take whatever equity out of your home when the housing market's going to crash. And where you were before, you owe more on your house than what it's worth. Because, see, that's his job, because that makes the wealthy wealthier. That's what it's set up for. So what are we going to do here at Phil's Gang? We're going to follow this market. We start every morning at 4 o'clock. We know exactly what group of stocks to be in. We know, remember, we always know if you're going to be in the market, you got to follow every day the treasury yields. What are those treasury yields doing? Every day you got to follow those yields. And every day you got to follow what's the volume? Is this market going up with enough volume? Well, I guess not. If the market's up today, let's check the volume. That means it's not sustainable. The rally today is not sustainable. These are all the things these are the things you need to know. Okay, if the yield's going up, where's the dollar going? Well, the dollar's going up. Okay, then should I buy gold today? No, you don't want to be buying gold because gold's going to go down. Our job here is we focus 75% of our time on making sure our members don't lose money. And you want to know something? Making money, it takes care of itself. Because the important thing is to make sure the members don't lose money. That's what it's all about. If you can accomplish that the members don't lose money, you got it. That makes that what a world of difference it makes. And they're happy. The markets always do what they're supposed to do, but never when they're supposed to do it. Always remember that. And again, remember every day that market opens up, don't go with just don't listen to what they're saying. Don't go with your emotion. Because if you go into a market every day with your emotion, you're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose money. The market, to make money in the market, all you want to follow is the yields and you want to follow the money flow. If you do that, you'll be making money consistently. You'll be making money consistently. And that's what it's all about. But right now, let me tell you, these big tech stocks that are getting crushed, they got so many people running into these big tech stocks, Facebook, all these guys today, thinking they're going to make a lot of money. They're catching them on the bottom. No, you're not. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. So the bottom line is that during this whole 14 years, the wealthy, they wanted this inflation and they gave them this inflation. And at the same time, they could rig the market to go up. And what drove the market? It wasn't the value stocks. It wasn't the healthcare stocks. It wasn't the Cokes or Pepsis. It was all tech stocks. That's what drove the market. And all they had to do is keep on printing trillions of dollars and destroy our economy. That's all they had to do to make money. Can you imagine? Now they're talking about raising yields again. First, they're going to raise the short-term rates. That's insane in itself. Can you imagine? They're going to raise the short-term rates, so your credit card payments are going up, your home improvement loans are going up, your auto loans going up, your student loans, and then they're going to raise the mortgage rates. This is insane. But as an investor, we know exactly what to do, because when this market goes down, we're going to be in great position. We're going to be in great position. Listen to this.
If you look back over the past, even 3 to 6 months, what we've seen is not just normal volatility. We've seen extreme volatility, really good assets that have seen their stock prices fall 50 to 70%, even 80% in certain cases, from a time period since something like last October or November. And, that's just really not normal, for companies that are not speculative companies or companies that have, real valuations and real business models. And some of that occurred even before they've even reported earnings.
That's right. These companies that are dropping big time, these big tech companies, like the Facebooks and the Amazon, all the ones you've been buying, and hopefully you made a lot of money on, it's over for those companies. They're not coming back. And as I said earlier, any company that drops 10%, 15, 20%, those are the ones you stay. Don't you buy on the pullback on those. Because the arbitrage is gone. They pulled all their money back. They're the ones that had all the liquidity in these stocks doing front running. They've been front running these stocks for 14 years. That's why they're going straight up and popular. But now that they're collapsing, because remember, they can't take the inflation anymore. The economy can't take the inflation that was created by printing money to get those rates down near zero to make Facebook go up and Amazon and Tesla and all those stocks to go up. The front running is over. So you don't chase them. Remember this. The market always does what it's supposed to do, but never when it's supposed to do it. And when the market opens, always lose your opinion so you don't lose your money. Follow the trend. Follow the trend. Remember, the trend will always be your friend. And the yields will always be your guide. And if you stick to that and become a gang member, try it for 10 days free, you'll see it works, and you'll be part of the 20% who always making money instead of the 80% who always lose. See you on the charts. Please help St. Jude when you do make money.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.